grandmas or something, right?
Yeah, I would think so. You know, with the Purifier gone, it's going to be very difficult. That's one of the better weapons that you can just push in towards Grandma, push a lot of these hills, and able to break it. You see Complex going with Annihilator. You have an active camo at a Scump. I like that one. He usually is a player who will always gravitate towards that kinetic armor ability. Once you take that out, looks like his backup's going to be that active camo. I like that one for Scump. Lets him get closer to those hills and able to cause tons of damage.
Yeah, I mean, Scump, just thinking back to, you know, the qualifying land, pretty much everything we saw him doing online was kinetic armor, kinetic armor, kinetic armor. Be interested to see how he's able to put the camo to use. Trying to see if there's anything else that really stands out for me. And kind of your usual suspects here.
We talked about OpTic not practicing as much. That was for last week. Obviously, some issues last week. Matches got pushed back. That was a savior for that team. I remember hearing, I think it was like Scump and Clay. They were playing together. They were like, oh, man, we needed the practice. Like, we were not ready whatsoever. And coming into this week, I think that this is going to be an OpTic Gaming squad. It's going to be pretty dominant. I think Karma's back, man. I mean, towards the second half of AW, not the Karma we were used to, not the Karma we've seen in the past.
I think Envy for me may be the strongest team right now, just based on some of the scrims we've seen online. Just thinking back to how dominant they were at the qualifier. But when you talk about just talent on a roster, if you had two teams that play the exact same amount, what I would expect from them, I think OpTic would be the best team in the game without question.
I think
you're just talking about
what scares me about Envy is like they're hit or miss right now. Like some days they're great, some days they're
some days they want to shoot their teammates in the game. I wish there was friendly fire off so they could actually take them out. Those guys love to bicker, love to get at each other.
But I think as time goes on, Envy will get strong. But I think the more the OpTic Gaming team plays together, they're just going to get back to their same old ways.
Friendly fire is
warfare. Yeah,
friendly fire so they can shoot each other. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to see that happen. If Aches and Slashers start going at it, just take each other out. Bring it to the game.
Probably not the best way to go about things.
Not a good way to start your league matches now.
Players going into their score streaks now. Got to get a prediction on the series, Maven. I'm going to go with OpTic Gaming. I'm going to say this one is a 3-0 or a 3-1.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take OpTic Gaming as well. I agree. This could be a 3-0 or 3-1. We've talked about the fact that CLG can be a strong team online for sure. I give them a chance in this, but if OpTic Gaming is playing to their level, the ability they're capable of, this could very easily be a 3-0 for them as well, just because they have so much talent on that roster all around.
It's going to be an uphill battle, I think, for CLG in this matchup. Very talented online, but OpTic Gaming, I mean, now you have 3 of those guys playing from Chicago. Karma moving to the OpTic house. That's big news from the guys over at OpTic Gaming.
It's like you think, Formal is on the West Coast. It's going to be difficult for him. Trust me, I have followed this kid all the way back since like the Halo 3 days. He doesn't matter. He's dominant online no matter where he's playing from.
He just doesn't miss.
He'll be absolutely fine. But we'll see. It's going to be nice for those guys being in the team house. Karma, Polly, whole family ends up moving out there. Just last week, I believe they made the move out.
Yeah, I don't even know if Polly's out there yet.
Oh, maybe not that. I just know they were all making that move at some point. But we're starting things off, and it's Felly just lining 2 up, almost grabs 1 L as well. That would have been one heck of a start for him, but he's at least able to get 2 on the board. Now let's take a look here at BL Fires. He's going to be the one working on the flank right now, Matt. I want to see if he's able to get some damage done. He's able to take one up there at top. Grandma's rotate to L. Sees one pushing as well from Grandma's. Not able to really get a break yet. All the points going the way of CLG here early on.
Yeah, which is a little bit shocking. You thought OpTic Gaming come out here, really put the pressure on. Scumps are now 0-3, Formal 1-4. I think the guy's just trying to get their bearings underneath them. But CLG jumping out to a little bit of an early lead. I mean, obviously it's meaningful to get this early lead, but I think really you want to set yourself up just at Grandma's for that auto and Grandma Hill. You're able to take those. Doesn't matter what they get on this first one. And I think we saw this happen in AW, right? Scump, he gets off to a slow start. He always heats up. You expect Scump to always heat up, find a way to pick up some kills. You got to have a big lead because once he starts to get going, there is no stopping that man.
Yeah, you very, very rarely see him have a rough game. I mean, and there's some maps in this particular game. I mean, you could pretty much dominate with a sub in any map subs for the most part. AW was very sub-dominant due to the speed of the game. This map can be a little bit tougher on a sub player for sure. You can see 3 M8s out, 1 sub, just trying to go through that line of players. But Scump seems to be the one that can get it done. I want to look at methods though right now, Matt. He's 10-3. He's on a 4 streak. He's checking back alley. Unfortunately, didn't have anything left in the clip.
It's great to see Methods play again. We talked a little bit about it pregame, but this is a guy, Black Ops 2, very talented player. Then he kind of, got into a little bit of a rut, just his, play. Wasn't a, he was pretty good at the beginning of Ghost, played on some of the phase rosters, had a good one-off event with Synergy in Advanced Warfare, but nothing really after that, as you see Complex get stuck by a teammate.
Well, no, it was, I think Complex killed BLFire.
Who's fighting for Anchor, like that's not an important battle at all.
He gets both OpTic players off of Anchor, then catches a team nade. That one's painful. You see shots coming from Felony. He's able to pick up the player here at Sphere. As he's setting up at the back anchor position, tries to catch players coming in from Anchor.
I know Formal pretty well. Do you find that adjusting to a style of play in Hardpoint that's slower than Advanced Warfare, where he's going to have to kind of play in those stagnant anchor positions, is that going to be something that's going to be difficult for him to adjust to?
I don't think so at all. At least watching him play now, I know he had a rough start because he got the game a little bit late, but he's been grinding as much as anyone.
Yes.
No, he's been doing 24-hour streams a ton, like we were talking about earlier. No, I just don't think so at all. He's won now on what, 5 or 6 titles, different FPS titles. You've proven at that point that you can pretty much win in any game involved shooting and holding a controller.
I agree. I just need to get your opinion. I know there are some people who still don't believe he can be kind of like a standstill anchor, but I think that's why you have like Crim and Karma who can both run an AR, and you see a 3-person make it 1 team kill in there. So only 2-player HCXD add a Formal, as you're going to see OpTic Gaming start to push down tracks, trying to get control of that. Crim going to be using his scythe. See that one in the kill feed, just trying to stay alive. Methods picks up 2, and this one just going to be contested. You see smokes coming in, Maven.
Yeah.
It is Karma busting out a keyway, not able to kill anybody.
If you don't have control here, you don't really need to throw away a ton of control. At least just get somebody in, try to contest as best you can. You don't usually hard point. Just make sure you're not feeding them streaks. This is one where we're going to see players really start to get close to streaks. Is we have, what, 100 points away? Methods from a car, anybody else that close? No, just working towards HC cars. So even though they were kind of throwing their bodies at the hard point there, OpTic not giving anyone streaks because they were at least able to trade some kills effectively, Matt.
Yep, but it's CLG almost doubling up OpTic Gaming here at the start. I don't think anyone expected this. I expected this to be a close matchup. Nope, coming out here early with a big lead for CLG, not something that I would have predicted. I think OpTic definitely makes this one closer coming back into this first one, but you're going to see Formal working around small fence. He's going to get taken out by BLFire, flying in there with the scythe. Not a fan of that play. Would have liked to see him set up top barn. No, not in a position to rotate all the way back to Grannies, but still want to keep control out of your CLG. You've done such a good job of it in the first half. Don't want to give up that control going into the second half as hard one.
Yeah, and he was on a 3 streak too. He was really starting to get rolling there and made that kind of crazy play with the scythe. One of those plays, if you're able to pick up 2 kills with it, you kind of have that hero play, get that confidence going, but he falls a little bit short here. Now, take a look at it. Still going to be about a 50-point advantage for CLG. Methods with the ridiculous shots on Karma there, back alley. That's a monstrous kill, because now it's going to be a little bit easier here to push as they're going to start to get forward, but they have a player flanking. Who is that was coming up behind him? That's Crim6. He's got 2 lined up right in front. Now, does he not realize they're right to the right? No, he did see him. He's able to clean it up there. Karma picks up the other 2. This is OpTic's chance to start to roll back in this one a little bit. They've got the backside of 10 covered. They've got alley covered as well. Who's got eyes on Bricks? There's only really 1 player set up in there. That's going to be Formal, and he's going to be taken out. So Bricks is where they have to flood right now if they're CLG.
Yeah, and for a second I thought Crim was going to give the team bad spawns here all the way in the back alley, but there was 1 player pushed all the way up for OpTic through 10. That player actually taken out, so you see the good spawns starting to come in for CLG. Only 25 seconds left. OpTic definitely in a position to make a comeback here. Maybe at least tie it up, potentially take a lead, but CLG set up for that next hill. They're going to rotate early, give up the rest of this time for OpTic, and I like that decision.
Well, Karma might be able to disrupt this. If he's able to sneak through here, nope, he couldn't get through with the car.
I mean, he's pretty close to a lightning, though.
Oh, I'm staying with him. He's on a 5 streak right now. He's 22 and 20, doing an excellent job right now. Almost has a minute in the hard point as well, Matt. The question is, can they break this? This is one of the tougher hard points to break in the game. If you know the back spawn, I think Formal's able to take out one of the players holding anchor. There's still another one there, but now he's in. He's got the lightning strike. He's able to beat one down as well. He's somehow staying alive. The shots, I believe, were coming in there from mid-street. I thought there might be one behind as well.
Did he just get wall-banged with an Annihilator?
I think that he absolutely did.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Unbelievable play right there from Complex. Just shooting through the wall, picks up 3 with his Annihilator. 1 in the hill. You talk about making a big play. That is the biggest
incredible
play as ever. Now he's going to call in the HC. He's going to pick up another one on the stairs. An amazing break single-handedly by Complex.
Yeah, because that could have been, this is going to end up being, what, a 30-point swing?
Oh.
That could have been for OpTic Gaming, and he's able to bust in. I know it's not a one-man show. You know there's other players that are distracting,
That's
as close as you get to a one-man show.
You can say as a one-man break. I mean, he takes out 3 with Annihilator, goes in a hill, calls the ACXD, picks up the last one, but OpTic Gaming takes the lead here. You can see Formal with an Annihilator of his own. He's going to get one. Able to pick up a second, but he's going to get stuck, not able to get a third shot off.
I've been watching, I'll watch Formal stream quite a bit because, well, honestly, any hour I turn it on, he's live. And he is nutty with the Annihilator. Like, some of the shots I've seen him hit, just turning on people, is pretty wild. You can see how it could be a difference maker, especially potentially on this hard point. Had he been able to stay alive for a second later, you can really, I mean, it's just shooting fish in a barrel. Just long lanes you're looking at, basically, with a one-shot gun.
Well, you figure players who are, very accurate, have those good AR shots, going to be very good with the Annihilator as well. So guys like Formal, guys like JCamp, guys like Poofy, definitely going to be seeing them make some amazing plays with the Annihilator. We always look back, we see Fierce with the Annihilator back at the LAN qualifier, and it's going to be CLG getting control of tracks, though, taking that lead. OpTic doing a nice job making a comeback, Maven, but still just not enough. I think you're going to need to see them fight more for those spawns for this next auto hill. They're able to take those spawns back. They should be able to take back the lead.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know, there's a couple of hard points they've looked pretty comfortable holding, but they haven't been interested in rotating early for the most part. I mean, they weren't even close to rotating out of having that grandma spawn. I mean, they were way late to that party. I know Karma was probably hoping to do some work with his HC car, but this is kind of how we saw OpTic remember at the beginning of Advanced Warfare? They were a little, I don't want to say overconfident, but not as disciplined. They got away with their skill. They got away with just being able to pick up kill after kill, win every gunfight. I think they're going to need to be a little bit more structured in this game, and we'll see how that works out over the first couple of months here.
Yeah, Karma uses that Hellstorm, though, able to pick up 2, and I think this is obviously going to be a little bit of a different role for Scump, right? He's going to still put up big numbers. He's going to be the Scump everyone expects him to be, but with the other 3 putting up big numbers in the slaying department, especially on a map like this, running AR is going to be very difficult, especially I think that kinetic armor ban might bother him a little bit. That kinetic armor, he's able to pop it, go into the hill, pick up those 2 pieces. Now using active camo has to play a little bit differently.
All right, well, the original rotation is going to be CLG. They've got a player in bricks, and this is what we saw Krim do last time. He was the one that flanked around. Now it's going to be Felony able to pick them up in the first push in back alley, and he just absolutely guns Karma. He's got another one. Can't pull out the pistol in time. Scump's able to take out 2, and that's big from Scump, but unfortunately, BLFire and crew are in, and now they've got a sight from the back. He's been able to tag up 1. I don't think he's going to get re-peaked from back alley. He's jumped out. Is he going to lose his sight? That's .1 on the clock, and BLFire's going to get back in. It's going to turn into almost a couple of kills. That would have been absolutely nuts, because that was...
I could not have think of a worse way to lose your sight than just jumping off the map.
Back in.
So it looks like CLG is going to give up the last 19 seconds or so to OpTic. On that hill, Formal trying to rotate, not early enough. See Methods trading that kill there with Felony. This is a huge gunfight. Methods able to win this one, should be able to control this for his team. Scump is able to just pick him off with that SMG for Karma. Flying through the back, trying to pick up this kill. He's got Krim with him as well. And just like that, OpTic able to take those spawns back. Huge plays by Karma, Krim, and Scump to get control of this.
Yeah, that was just really a team pinch. They did such a good job of shooting at players together. Yeah, I mean, it was some of their assists on every single kill there as they were pushing the back spawn. It's very difficult to take that by yourself. I'm missing Formal, just absolutely go off the Annihilators. He's just picked up 3. Can he pick up any more? He's going to be taken off the White Heglich. But there, you saw him really, at least on the kill feed, able to get it done with the Annihilator again. He's 42 and 30.
Yeah, and just a fantastic comeback by OpTic Gaming. You see the hill was in contention for a little bit. Scump able to win 2 gunfights in it. Gonna take game 1, 250, 186. And once they get rolling,
well, that's another example of when they get away with stuff. Like they weren't the first team to get set up for grandmas at all. There were already 2 players back there from CLG. It just didn't matter when they're on.
Not
and they
many SMG
together.
Players hit that shot. So Scump is in that back 10 area. There's a guy playing by those silo, those big canisters, and Karma just hides in that left corner, and Scump just peeks out.